News 12 now at 5:30. Your news now. News 12 Now's Kate Levens introduces us to those working to make a difference in your community with Kay. Brought to you by Gordon Food Service.
Welcome back to News 12 now at 5:30. And some of your community news today, we get the chance to sit down with Chattanooga City Mayor Tim Kelly and talk about what's going on in and around the city. He joins us now. Hi, Mayor Kelly. How are you?
Good morning, Kay. How are
Always
you?
good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Thanks.
A lot going on in and around the city of Chattanooga right now. Lots going on. First, let's talk about the police chief and where you are with that process. I know you have a few candidates that are going through the interview process right now.
Final interviews today, so we'll have a decision very soon. We're very excited. We've got some great candidates. So. Looking very forward to appointing a new chief very soon.
Absolutely. Tell us a little bit about some of these candidates. They're from all over the country and also right here in our area.
They are indeed. So we've got one from Atlanta, one from New Orleans, one from Vancouver, Washington, which is, again, not to be confused with Vancouver, British Columbia, and then a local candidate, Glenn Scruggs from our own Chattanooga Police Department.
So hopefully we'll know something within the next couple of weeks on who will be leading the city as far as the police department goes.
Certainly will.
All right.
Yeah.
Also, we're going to talk a little bit about the Head Start pay. Really good situation for a lot of teachers right here in our area. Tell us a little bit about this and why you felt so strongly about it.
Well, as people may remember from the campaign, I believe that early childhood education is the single most important thing we can be focused on doing. And the Head Start teachers are paid through the federal government, which a lot of people don't realize, but we promised to give them a raise, and so we gave them a supplemental raise through our own budget, which was a little more complicated, so it took a little longer to get done than the raise that a lot of police, fire, and public works folks got back earlier in the year. But we finally did get it done, so we're excited about that.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the Moccasin Bin Preservation Project
Yes.
and a little bit about that here in Chattanooga.
Well, we're really excited about the possibility, if the governor sees fit, to not double down on the current site, but build a new hospital somewhere in the area, downtown or somewhere in the general vicinity of Chattanooga, and then that would open up Moccasin Bin. Not for development. I want to make sure people understand the idea here is simply to preserve the land, which people have been trying to do here for well over 100 years. What I'd like to see is that return to the national park, and it would really make that budding national park project a real showpiece for the area and for the whole region. Where the hospital lies now is actually one of the most significant Native American archaeological sites in North America.
The city budget for the city of Chattanooga, you're asking for the public's input on a lot of this, and you're having meetings and forums for folks that they can come voice their concerns and what they would like to see happen in the city of Chattanooga. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, that's correct. We are doing a thing called priority-based budgeting, which is a little different from what Mayor Burke was doing, which is budgeting for outcomes. But what they have in common is we want to hear from people. We want to know what people think, what they think is important, because that's where we want our money to go. It's often been said that if you want to look at an organization's priorities, look at their budget. So it's not much more complicated than that. So we've been doing hearings by district, and we want to hear from folks and hear what they believe is important, and that is where our dollars will go.
Also, let's finish up here and talk a little bit about the Wieland Foundry U.S. pipe.
Yes.
That area, about some of the revitalization projects that are going to be going on in that area, and kind of where Chattanooga sits with that. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, so again, this has been somewhat, I think, misreported as being an issue with the lookouts. And the lookouts obviously need a new stadium. We want the lookouts to stay in Chattanooga. Minor League Baseball's made that clear. But that's 8 acres of the 140-acre site. And I hear from a lot of people who are new to Chattanooga and say, what's going on there? I think those of us that have lived here a while have kind of ceased to see that. But it's a real eyesore as people come into town. And we have a really compelling opportunity to make that an incredible development.
Thank you so much, Chattanooga Mayor Tim Kelly, for being here with us and giving us an update on what's going on in and around the city. Lots of different projects in place.
Thank you, Kay, for having me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you would like some more information about this interview, please go to our website. That's at WDEF.com.